I found really interesting the question about Netflix because in La Liga pipeline, it's already since I think 3 years ago to open an amusement park in Spain. So I think we are already moving in a realm where entertainment properties are nowadays. And that's, I think, also the reason why we are here. I think we are the first sports property, correct me if I'm wrong, that is on this stage on this event. So we are very glad to be here. And I've been in Oslo many times. La Liga is based in the Nordics. I am based in Copenhagen. And last time I came to Oslo, we organized an event in Pokalen Sports Pub, which is a sports bar here in city center in Oslo. And you can ask yourself why La Liga is organizing an event in a bar in Oslo. And we will try to also tell you why. But since you know a little bit about me, I would like to ask you a question. How many of you are football fans? Can you raise your hands? Okay, quite a lot. The other day I read a statement by FIFA, research by FIFA, that there are 5 billion football fans in the world. And I honestly think it's the largest addressable market in the world because 5 billion people is like almost the entire population. And I think this is a challenge and an opportunity at the same time. I'm sorry, football fans, I'm not here to talk about football. We can have a chit chat about this, but I'm gonna speak in the next 25 minutes about our media and strategic development strategies to remain and to be in the mindset of the global football fan base, to become fan of La Liga and to still follow La Liga and watch La Liga. So in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to introduce ourselves. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have done a huge rebranding. Nowadays, we are LALIGA EA SPORTS. Our title sponsor is a video game, not a bank anymore. I'm going to talk about the challenges. I was listening last year to some of the panels of this conference, and there is piracy, there is segregation, is the content, the golden age of content. So how are we from La Liga trying to tackle all of these market challenges of the media markets? And then I'm going to take you through the marketing mix and how we are approaching these challenges in La Liga, in our product, in our price, in our placement, in our promotion. Then I'm also going to put an emphasis in digitalization because we believe it's really important. And then, of course, happy to be in touch for any collaborations opportunities that we might raise from the Nordics. Reintroducing La Liga. We have done a huge rebranding. Now we are La Liga in capital letters. This is a message that we want to shoot out to the world. Yeah, we are becoming bigger, and we are partnered by one of the biggest video game developers in the world, EA Sports. And if you analyze the trend in the last 20 years, the video games try to look like the reality, but now as the reality, the organizers of the football competition, we want to look like the video game. This is our new positioning. Why? To engage new audiences. So who is La Liga? We have 3 mandates. We are an association whose shareholders are 42 clubs, first and second division in Spain. And that includes, of course, Real Madrid, FC Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, but many other football brands that you see here. And we regulate, we organize, and we commercialize our competition. I'm not going to talk about regulation and organization. We can have a chit chat if you want about how we regulate and we do things in Spanish football in terms of regulation and organization, but I'm going to focus on commercialization, and I'm going to show you now a little video about our new positioning. I told you, we are trying to market ourselves more into the digital space. So which are the marketing challenges that we have identified? First of all, we have a huge market, 5 billion people. Here you see probably all the generations that we try to, all of us, to approach, and how they react to entertainment and how they react to football. You have here the younger generations and here the older generations. What happens? Entertainment, when you come to the right, to the younger generations, becomes endless. Millions of hours, millions of content, and portable, and it's in your homes. But if you go here, it's different, because the entertainment patterns and the consumer habits of those individuals, older individuals, are different. And we, as an organization that try to tap into a 5 billion market, we need to be in all of their minds. And we need to understand that these people, they are transmedia consumers, but as well that they don't have purchasing power. They are not going to buy La Liga TV rights because they are still youngsters. They don't have consumer power, but these people have. So it's a really complicated equation. And then the way they behave towards football, because these people follow players, but these people are more of local fans. So we need in La Liga to understand all of these consumer habits, to try to tap into all of them, because we are a multi-target organization, so we want to target 5 billion people in different countries, and the way they behave in the Nordic countries is very different the way they behave in the Middle East. Why a Dane is fan of La Liga? Probably because of Michael Laudrup when he came in the 90s to Real Madrid and FC Barcelona. And why an Egyptian fan follows La Liga? For another reason. So we need to understand all of these triggers to try to capitalize and to grow them. So it's really complicated equation, and we try our best. And also we need to understand the media markets, because in the Nordic countries, we have identified that the purchasing power is way higher. Independency rate, when people leave their households, is very low. I think the European Union said that when people are between 20 and 24, it becomes independent in the Nordics. And this is very relevant because it's when they become a household. And when they become a household, La Liga can tap into TV rights. La Liga, and here TV2, which is our partner, or TV4, etc., etc., etc. So this is important, and it's a challenge itself, and a complicated challenge. Why? Because our market is 5 billion people. What's the challenges of La Liga? What we have been focused on is in diversification by products and by markets. As I told you, I am based in the Nordics. We want to grow in this region, and we have people all around the world. But also, we are not only selling any more TV rights. It's still our core business, but we are a very diversified group with a lot of business units that I will comment on a little bit. Then international development. And here is very interesting our position, because I consider ourselves the challengers to the Premier League, the challengers to the Premier League that has been selling rights internationally for 30 years. In La Liga, we still started a little bit late, but still we're challenging. And I think when we're challenging, you need to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to try to challenge the first mover. Then our also challenge, I guess, is to promote the whole competition, because we do have in La Liga probably the two most important football brands in the world, which are Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, but then we have many other, and we want to nurture as well these audiences. And of course, one of the main challenges that we have is digitalization. And this is because we basically sell B2B, but we were lacking a lot of data from our fans, and this is changing. And if you analyze the audiovisual media market, and this is some insights I took from a last year keynote or panel, these are some things that we are also tapping into. Segregation, a lot of OTTs, piracy. I will pay a special focus on piracy. Then new consumer habits, of course, and the golden age of content. How are we become different when you can choose not only the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the Serie A, but hundreds of thousands of other options. International development. So as I told you, we are diversifying by markets and by products. By product, we have our TV, our core business, which is our TV rights that we sell. But then we want to grow exponentially away from Spain. In Spain, La Liga is premium. It's already in everybody's mind, but internationally is where we see we have long-term a way to grow that we don't have in Spain. That's why we have offices and delegations all around the world. All of these dots are executives from La Liga, not for working for any third party. It's executives from La Liga that are based all around the world. And as well, we have offices, so with the staff, so maybe 10, 15 people working in a strategic markets such as US, China, Nigeria, South Africa, and so on and so forth. So we have a global reach. As I am based in Copenhagen, we have people all around the world. And in La Liga now, there are more than 700 people working in organization, in commercialization, and in regulation. So once we are diversified by markets, we are now diversifying by products. Here you see on the La Liga High Promotion and La Liga EA Sports. This is what we sell to the broadcasters, but now La Liga has become a way more diversified group where we are having a lot of projects that act as business units, brand awareness points, or digitalization points. And some of these projects are already working in Spain. We have La Liga themed restaurants. We have a museum of La Liga in the city center of Madrid. We have a music festival. We have training facilities in Madrid together with the NBA. We have different projects that, as I told you, have three objectives: business revenue generation, brand awareness touch points, or getting data from our fans. And I think this is relevant because it works like a wheel that is nurturing our main right now revenue, which is TV rights. And now we are expanding some of these business units and projects as well internationally. When it comes to product, here I'm going to talk a little bit about on the pitch.
Do you want to live the ultimate football show? Join us. We are La Liga, a global leader in football entertainment, committed to offering the most innovative experience to millions of fans all over the planet. And we certainly do, don't you think? You're probably wondering how we've come so far. Well, let's take a little journey in time. From the days of Di Stefano and Kubala, we've always had the best football, the biggest stars, and the certainty that their stories deserve to be told in the most impressive way, using the most modern and innovative tools. This has been an exciting journey for us. Thanks to our continuous focus on match production technology, we're changing football from a sporting event into a groundbreaking audio-visual experience, enjoyed by millions around the world. This is La Liga, the ultimate football show. And the best is yet to come.
So if we analyze La Liga on the pitch, and I'm not gonna pay a lot of attention to this, we notice that most of the titles in European Champions League, Europa League are in Spain, 34 in the 21st century, while even in England there are only, I think, 15. So when it comes to success on the pitch, most of the Ballon d'Ors as well in the last 10 years are from Spain, and it's not only when Cristiano or Messi were playing there, as well as Modric or others. So we are really having quality, and not only on the pitch, but as well we invest a lot in product, the technology, because this is the way we have to cater this 5 billion audience. Most of them cannot come to Spain, so we really need to show them in the TV show an incredible perspective so they get engaged with us. So we really want to improve all the time. Every year we're trying to bring new innovations, new type of cameras to our broadcasting to keep being innovative and to try to engage audiences and, of course, new audiences as well. And on the pitch, as I told you, and this is statistics, I'm not going to here discuss about who is better. This is just data. And when we do business, we speak with data in our hands. How do we tackle piracy? We have 4 pillars to work towards piracy: PR, lobbying, technology as well, and we take legal actions. Here on the right, you see an example of many that it happened in Denmark as we closed down, thanks to a partnership we have with the Danish Right Alliance, illegal live sports services and streaming. So we are part of different worldwide alliances to fight piracy, and we are very committed as well to do PR campaigns.
Players disappear. Transfers disappear. Jobs disappear. Emotion disappears. When piracy appears, football disappears. Protect your team.
This video was shown last year, right before the starting of the second part of the game worldwide in all of our TV channels. Why do we do this? I mean, I come from the Middle East, and there are many regions in the world where I feel a lot of people didn't understand the problem of piracy. And I think as an sports organization, we really need to educate us and our clubs to people on how this is generating a problem, not only for us, but for you, gentlemen and ladies, if you work as well in this industry. So we really put a lot of effort in PR campaigns in our own channels with our broadcasters to try to educate the people this is wrong. And of course, we take legal actions. We don't take this right. Now we use technology as well. And this is a software we have developed, which I think is also an interesting case to stop piracy that has got industry recognition. We have won different awards in Sports Pro OTT Awards as the best anti-piracy solution. And it's something that we have built in-house through LALIGA audiovisual department.
Every year, millions of dollars are diverted from the sports and entertainment industry through audiovisual piracy and brand counterfeiting. In the digital age, this illegal material can spread quickly through social media platforms, apps, websites, marketplaces, and IPTV services. Fighting piracy and counterfeiting requires tech-driven solutions for effective results, approaches akin to Sportian's content protection. Using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and semantic and image searches, content protection carries out real-time monitoring to detect piracy and counterfeiting, with further analysis to identify the key sources that are distributing the content most widely. Having identified the source, Content Protection's team of analysts can quickly remove the offending content. All technical details regarding the content are recorded, allowing the system to identify future incidents and stay one step ahead of the criminals. Designed specifically for sports and entertainment, Content Protection is a proven service that already safeguards the world's leading competitions and broadcasters, preventing the illegal theft of valuable sports content and protecting the value of the entire industry.
Sportian is a joint venture that LALIGA we have created with Globant, which is a global IT company as well, listed in the American Stock Exchange. And one of the solutions that we have is LALIGA Content Protection, which is a very powerful software that in LALIGA we have been using. We have developed ourselves since 5 years ago to protect our broadcasting in all of these platforms, social media, webs, and so on. So the software tracks piracy. We have agreements with Google and also social media platforms to delete the content instantly. And we have been using it for many years. We got industry recognition because of how advanced the solution was. Nowadays, we are protecting all the sports right holders. We are protecting with our software created by our joint venture, MotoGP, the Belgian Pro League, and we are protecting as well broadcasters in given markets. So we are protecting all the sports rights from Sky in Latin America and from Tigo in Latin America. So we are even able to help other industry and even you can call it competitors, other sports right properties. So I think it's a very interesting, approach that we have towards piracy, because we really work towards technology, PR, lobbying, and as well legal actions to end this problem. When it comes to the price of our product, we are a premium product. This is the reality. We are growing internationally, and what I think is interesting to show as well, that we are growing regardless of who is playing in La Liga. And this is our strategic mindset. It's really important to have the best football stars, of course, but as well it's really important to develop as a competition and as a brand. So you can see here, when two of the probably most important media conglomerates in the world, Cristiano and Messi, left, we are still growing nowadays in our price. When it comes to placement, we have broadcaster agreements all around the world. We have more than 100 broadcasters. You can watch La Liga in all the countries in the world. And I think it's very important to keep on nurturing as well the relationship with the broadcasters, which is my next as well comment. We have an OTT platform, and I think this is also an interesting exercise. It was launched in 2018. 5 years ago, La Liga launched an OTT platform. To the right is written multi-sports. So it's our strategy since 2018 was aggregating. You can watch what nowadays in this platform? You cannot watch La Liga, first division, because it's our premium content that we have in our broadcasters agreements. But you can watch many other things. You can watch Spanish, other sports. You can watch even other competitions. We are acquiring rights for La Liga Plus, especially Latin American competitions such as CONCACAF Gold Cup and so on, in order to as well generate awareness about La Liga, in order to collect data from sports fans that then we can use as well to promote our main product. We have launched a fast channel as well last August, which is available right now in Spain. And we are now working in production a TV show with Netflix, similar to the Formula One that was released last year. We already have 2 seasons of another TV show in Amazon Prime Video released 3 years ago, which is called Six Dreams, which is a TV show that shows as well the life of 6 players, executives in La Liga. So we are really trying to do placement in this new realm of TV tech and, of course, streaming as well. So what is important here, 5 years ago, aggregation, fast channel, and collaboration with Netflix's Amazon Prime to generate more awareness about our product, and so on and so forth. And when it comes to promotion, here you see that it's not only about buying live sports. We really have content that we try to offer to the broadcasters, and that is like a 24/7 operating channel in English about La Liga and many other things. Then we have different interesting programs. I don't know if any of you is here broadcaster of La Liga. I think there are so many people, but hopefully we can talk later. We have different programs such as La Liga Experience, where we're bringing every year, almost from every market, one influencer, one journalist, and subscribers.
Nu har du chancen for at komme med til et intens spansk fodboldopgør.
1-0 til Atletic!
Athletic Club mod FC Barcelona.
Det er et kongemål, det her!
Sammen med La Liga udlodder TV2 Sport en fodboldrejse for 2 personer til Spanien i marts 2023. Der vil løbende være mindre konkurrencer i forbindelse med udvalgte La Liga-kampe.
Ja, det er fremragende timet.
So we are bringing subscribers, journalists, influencers to Spain to watch matches, to also cities and towns which are not Real Madrid or FC Barcelona or clubs, to try to generate awareness about our other clubs, as this is one of our challenges. And we have been doing these 8 seasons already. And here you can see some of the numbers of the engagement thanks to the influencers, the reach, or the participants from all around the world. On the markets, what are we doing here in the Nordics, for instance? Last time I was in Oslo, as I told you, I was in Pokalen Pub organizing an event with 100 Norwegian La Liga fans. Why are we doing this? I have organized already in the Nordics, I think it was 7 events in sports pubs, mostly O'Leary's, which you know is very important in this region, but also here Pokalen and some others in Copenhagen. We want to dynamize bars because I think it's a very important stakeholder in the value chain of this industry. And sometimes, to be honest, from the sports organizations, I think they are forgotten. So we want to dynamize them and to bring their people. We do events, we gamify the events, we bring merchandising. So we want to foster food and beverage consumption in all of these pubs and bars, which are probably, if you're a broadcaster, a very important stakeholder of yours. And we have done it in Sweden, in Mall of Scandinavia, where you have, I think, the biggest sports pub in Scandinavia. We have done in Helsinki, in Mall of Tripla. We, of course, we always include our broadcasters to come here as well, so they can as well sell their subscriptions and so on, in order to generate traffic to bars. The first one I did here was Mall of Scandinavia, O'Leary's in Sweden. It was the first big event, the first full house they got after COVID, and the manager of the bar told me, I will always buy La Liga because it's the first time I have the full house since COVID started. You cannot imagine how thankful we are to you. So in all of these events, we try to bring value for the fans because they feel La Liga is here in Pokalen Club. This is images from Pokalen Club in Oslo, and as well for the bars as well, which eventually this will be value as well for the broadcasters. Our next one will be in Sweden, in Boras, in a bar called El Clásico, that I don't know if there is anyone here from Olente. Is there anyone here from Olente? Because I think they are going to talk later. This bar is nominated by you as best bar, one of the best sports bar in Scandinavia, in one of the campaigns that you raised. And you nominated El Clásico bar in Sweden as the best, one of the potential best sports bar in Scandinavia. And I learned it through you, in your social media platforms. I contacted them, and we're going to do a big event there soon, next week. And it's already full house as well. So we try to dynamize these stakeholders that to me are really important. And just to end, digitalization efforts. This is interesting how we cultivate the awareness. We are nowadays the most followed football league in the world. We have as well a digital ecosystem, which includes video games, mobile games, different apps, our OTT website, and so on. So we are really nurturing our digital ecosystem. Why? Because we don't own the data from Facebook, Instagram, or all of these social media platforms, but we want to build our own. And we try to nurture it in the different markets through different campaigns. This is a campaign we have done in the Nordics, and try to read behind the lines why we have done this campaign. We are promoting Unión Deportiva Las Palmas, which is a team that now is in its first division, but it's not the most famous team in the Nordics, to bring Nordic people to Canary Islands when the winter starts here. So what are we doing with this campaign? We are capitalizing and we are understanding consumer habits of Nordic consumers to bring data, because the key message here is register, to our own ecosystem, to Las Palmas ecosystem, and to build awareness about them. We got thousands of registrations, and the winner actually is from Norway. And then what do we do with this data? We talk to our broadcasters. This is done in, I think, in Denmark. It's El Clásico. Register here to TV2 Play. And this, in our digital warehouse, where we have thousands of registrations of Nordic people, we are able to impact them and to try to subscribe them to TV2. So this is how we try to generate value for the broadcasters. And I do this in the Nordics, but as you saw, we have 45 people all around the world doing the same with all the worldwide broadcasters. And this is a little bit of the glimpse. If you want more information about La Liga, I think I couldn't speak about everything because we really have a lot to speak and a lot of strategies. This is a paper I published with Harvard recently. They were really interested in our development. So it's just a month old, and you can read. It's free to download all of our strategies. I am one of the authors of the paper, so if you have any question about it, happy to give you the answer. It's a 100 pages paper, so it's quite long, but I think it shows well our strategy. And last but not least, this is my contact, my direct access to LinkedIn. Doesn't matter if you're a broadcaster, if you're a provider, if you think you can bring value for La Liga in any way, just be in touch, and we are happy to have a conversation. And also open to any question. I challenge you to challenge me. What can we do better with broadcasters? How can we improve our product? How can we collaborate? And happy to be in touch. And if you have any question about La Liga, I know it's a lot of information and I really have to shorten some things, but I think we are in the right track in this media tech industry, and we really try to stay on the top of mind of individuals. Thank you very much.